That may have been a bit too much for Lady C to handle. I am Chris with the Joshi Wrestling Recap for Stardom March 6, 2022, available on Stardom World. Stardom put on an enjoyable show, with the exception of one match in my opinion. A new SWA title contender was revealed, and also some cracks in Donald Del Mondo are starting to show. This was a multi-camera show with no commentary. One of the camera's white balance was off though, so a lot of the show had a greenish-blue tinge, which was a bit distracting. We opened with a singles match between Waka Tsukiyama and Saki Kashima. The winner of this match was not in doubt, but Waka and Saki made it entertaining. Waka Tsukiyama came out with some nice holds on Saki before drop-kicking her and a body slam. Saki decided to start bullying Waka from this point on. Saki Kashima targeted Waka Tsukiyama's arm throughout the match with holds and strikes. Saki even at one point bit Waka's arm. Saki also argued with the ref that throat chokes with the foot are a valid pin, so the ref should count, which he refused to do. A barrage of offense and a reverse keylock hold on Waka's arm won Saki Kashima the match via submission. The second match was another singles match, this time between Azumi and Hanan. This match was not that long, but did a good job of showing Azumi's range. She isn't just a high-speed wrestler, but her submission game is also very good. Another note about this match, it has a lot of Hanan screaming. I don't mind it usually, but she may be going a bit overboard, screaming at the top of her lungs for pretty much every move. This match started with Azumi and Hanan having a bit of a high-speed section. Hanan isn't as quick as Azumi, but I was impressed with how she was able to keep up. The match slowed down after this burst at the beginning. Azumi threw a lot of kicks throughout the match along with submission holds. Hanan did impress me when she reversed a jackknife pin attempt by Azumi into an armbar. I don't remember seeing that before. Azumi put the match away after hitting a top corner double stomp and followed that with a figure 4 German suplex with the bridge for the 3-counted victory. Azumi looked calm and controlled for most of the match. The next match was a trios match between Queen's Quest and Cosmic Angels. For Queen's Quest we had Utami Hayashishida, Saya Kamatani, and Lady C. Cosmic Angels were Tam Nakano, Unagi Sayaka, and Mina Shirakawa. This match felt kind of off. This is just baseless speculation, but Tam was talking to the ref a lot before the match started, so maybe the original plan changed? It almost felt like Cosmic Angels were the heel of the match. Cosmic Angels still did their dance like normal when they went to the ring. Mina Shirakawa and Lady C started for their teams, and Lady C was kept in the match for a long time before she could take out. When I said Cosmic Angels felt like they were the heels, this part of the match is why. Cosmic Angels just kind of dominated Lady C for a long time, not letting her get any momentum. Utami Hayashishida and Saya Kamatani were in the match for the middle portion, but didn't stay in long. Cosmic Angels, on the other hand, tagged in and out with a lot of good teamwork. Unagi Sayaka and Lady C were in the match while the timekeeper was counting down the time, and time was called 1 second after Unagi kicked out of a chokeslam by Lady C. Even the ending felt odd, like they didn't have the timing down. Out of a 20-minute match, Lady C was in for her team around 15 minutes, which is a bit too long for someone with her experience level. The fourth match on the card was a faction versus faction 8-women's tag match. Orotai was represented by Momo Watanabe, Starlight Kid, Fukigen Death, and Waka. Donald Del Mondo was Julia, Mei Sakurai, Marai, and Tekla. This was a fun match. The match started with Fukigen Death doing her smoking routine, and Tekla played along, which I enjoyed, blowing smoke back in Fukigen Death's face. This match was pretty fast-paced and full of action. Starlight Kid and Julia were in the ring against each other in the middle, and it was great. It was only a couple minutes, but they had great chemistry. The ending match was pretty notable. Tekla was in the ring against Waka, but Orotai kept running in. Donald Del Mondo tried to even the odds by also running into the ring, but their teamwork is off, causing mistakes. The first mistake happened when Waka pushed Tekla into the way of Julia's dropkick. The second mistake was Mei Sakurai booted Tekla when Waka moved out of the way. And the third mistake was Mirai's shoulder tackled Tekla down. Momo hit Tekla with a B-driver, then Ruaka finished the job with a freezer bomb for a pinfall win. After the match, Ruaka got on the mic to mention that Donald Del Mondo seems to be having problems and challenged for the SWA belt since she pinned the champ Tekla. Tekla agreed and gave Ruaka a title shot, and also seemed to call out Starlight Kid. That brings us to the main event, another faction versus faction 8-women's tag match, this time between Stars and Donald Del Mondo. For Stars we had Mayu Iwatani, Kaguma, Hazuki, and Momo Kogo. Donald Del Mondo was Shuri, Maika, Himeka, and Netsupoi. This was a fun and action-packed match, and a good match to end the show. Koguma and Natsupoi started in the match for their teams and had a test of strength, but Koguma won pretty easily. Koguma and Natsupoi then started dodging each other's moves and attacks before Stars came in to gang up on Natsupoi. This match had a few sections where either team came into the ring to help out their teammate and beat up the opponent. These sections were some of the most action-packed part of the match, with wrestlers running everywhere with kicks, dives, and strikes all over the place. There are a couple spots I want to point out. The first is when Hazuki did a modified version of Mayu Iwatani's combination double arm drag into a dropkick. It wasn't as smooth as Mayu's, but neat. The second spot was when Koguma and Natsupoi cross-bodied each other at the same time in the middle of the ring. It was so sudden and unexpected both would go for a crossbody at the same time and collide in midair. Everyone was good in this match, even the new roster member Momo Kogo. Speaking of Momo, her and Shuri were in the ring for the end. After Momo Kogo was able to hit a bridging suplex, Shuri kicked out and then kicked Momo hard. That was followed by a painful looking submission, the Bayakako, for the submission victory over Momo Kogo. After the match ended, a frustrated Mayu tried to steal the red belt from Shuri, but was unsuccessful and got kicked. Then there was a tense handshake between Shuri and Julia. Their title match will happen on the 26th, and Mayu Iwatani will face the winner of that match on the 27th. This was overall an enjoyable show, but the third match still felt off to me. I would recommend watching the final two matches if you have the time. The next Stardom show will be on the 11th, the New Blood 1 show, which is meant to highlight some of the new up-and-coming Joshi wrestlers from Stardom and other promotions, and will be available on YouTube. This has been the Joshi Wrestling Recap for Stardom March 6, 2022. Thanks for listening.